Hey everybody, I have this really beautiful spread I did for all of us for the weekend. My child is sleeping, fortunately for me and everybody, but he might wake up, so we'll see what happens. But this spread is so beautiful. I'm excited, and I'll start right away with I did my little Instagram post of the Dancing Queen and the Queen of Wands, and I mean, it came up again. I pulled again for us doing this larger spread, just like for the energy of the weekend, and she came up again, the Queen of Wands. There she is. So definitely that fiery queen energy this weekend, which I feel because I'm kind of a fiery queen myself. But I love the Queen of Wands. And it's just about, I feel like, being successful, being comfortable in your own skin, being like in your sexuality, just like a level of strength, and really in that queen energy. There's 4 queens, of course, but the Queen of Wands is that fire. I feel like that fire, magic, sex, The Queen of Cups is more about love and spirituality. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords have different angles too. I identify most with the Queen of Wands, so I'm always excited when I see her, and she definitely is like guiding the ship this weekend because she's come up twice today. She really wants to come out. And then I have been pulling from that same deck the Ace of Pentacles like 2 or 3 times, and I was even thinking, should I just like pull the Ace of Pentacles and talk about that? Since I've been seeing it so much in the last like 24 hours, and then you'll never believe. I was like, no, let's just pull and see what we get. And I got the Ace of Pentacles from this deck. The Ace of Pentacles. Isn't that a beautiful card? The Ace of Pentacles is a really positive card. Last week we had the Ace of Cups, and that's more of an emotional overflowing, a new start, with your emotions. The Ace of Pentacles is a new start, sort of in the physical world, like it's a new start, like a new job or something new that is prosperous, like prosperity, a new venture, and I kind of want to, let's see, because I have it right here. A new enterprise. That's sort of what I was thinking, Yeah, it is about planting seeds. This is sort of a card of planting seeds, and like the beginning and things coming to fruition. It's actually a really beautiful card for spring because, you're planting the seeds now that may take shape, and then over the next couple months, it's all about cycles, and the aces are all about beginning a cycle. So I just get from this like new beginnings with prosperity, career, just ventures, hobbies, I also feel like it's a good time for a fresh start, spring cleaning, but definitely all the aces are new beginnings. Like there's a new beginning coming, and this signifies that beautifully. And then I always love when this happens where it's like, and I've been seeing this a lot, where it's like totally different cards from different decks, but the imagery like mirrors each other, and there's a mirroring or mimicking of images, and we got the Star. And so the Star is one of the major arcanas. I thought it was funny I pulled the Star because it's number 17, and in Dancing Queen she says young and sweet, only 17 is the Star. The Star came up under the Queen of Wands. So it's like using that Queen of Wands energy, to shine bright. The Star also, in that sense, is, so I was saying how it's like a similar image to the Ace of Pentacles. And it's cool because it has a semi-similar meaning to the Ace of Pentacles, which is like a new beginning, a fresh start, you think of the star, like a star, like someone who shines, someone who's finding their way, someone who's like showing their unique talents in the world. And so the Queen of Wands is like, the Queen of Wands energy, I feel like, makes you the star, helps you become the star. And then it's an interesting parallel here with the stars and The Star is a new beginning. Again, could be career, could be spiritual, could be something like that. Something where you're engaging people, something social, you know. But either way, it's a new beginning, and then it reflects the new beginning with the Pentacles here. So it's like this sort of like interesting mirroring synchronistic energies are really beautiful, the way the messages come together. And I think that's what I love about these cards is like they open up your unconscious in an amazing way, because we just think in such a linear way all the time that we don't, I think that, oh no, it's not my child. We think in such a linear way that we don't have these images, you know. And it also seems basic, like, oh, it's a star, but like the ways that like these images sort of like open up pathways in your brain and your psychic understanding is like, it is really amazing, because I've been experiencing it and it's crazy. It's really cool. It's really beautiful. You know, the mosaic of life is, it's sort of like the tapestry of life. Like, it's there. It's waiting for us to like observe it and tap into it. And when we choose to, and when we start to see it, it's like, whoa, that's some cool shit. And then from the Illumination deck, I pulled Judgment. I pulled this last night too from a different deck, because I told you cards stalk me. And it's funny or cool. This is the Judgment card in this deck. I don't think I've ever pulled it. It's very unique and interesting. And I happened to just read, not related to this deck, just this random book I got. And it explains Judgment. It connects it to Mercury, who I love Mercury, the messenger, you know. And wouldn't you know, like, look at the wings, because Mercury's the winged messenger. And this card happens to have the wings. So it's just funny. I read the description that talked about Mercury and the messenger with this new imagery that I haven't really taken in yet. And that book also talked about a wake-up call. And look, he's like, like he's sounding the horn, like, wake up, there's a message. And this also means the Judgment card is about the ending of old cycles and the beginning of something new. This came up under the Ace of Pentacles. So ending of cycles, it's time for judgment. Mercury has a message. There's a wake-up call. An alarm is sounding. Do you answer the call? Are you ready for a fresh start? You know, so that's cool. I've always liked Mercury, the messenger. I don't know why. I like Wednesdays because of it. So this has been a really beautiful read, but we did get one sort of semi-negative card, which is, this is equivalent to the Two of Swords, and this is mental conflict. So this is about making a decision, you know, maybe this Judgment and the new phase with the Star and the Ace of Pentacles. It's like sometimes in order to start something new, you have to leave behind something old, you know. And that mental conflict of making that decision, which way to go, you feel pulled in multiple directions. And this little guy, look at him, he's so in his head, like, it's okay, buddy. Two of Swords is like, it's like Two of Swords is like, stand still, like nothing's breaking, you know. Someone needs to make a break, make a decision. So this poor guy's in his head. So we can get out of our heads and know that this new start is good for us, and that whatever we're walking away from, whatever cycles are ending, that's okay. That's a part of life. You know, it's very hard to let go, but we have to let go and move on. And I also noticed today, because I've seen this guy a couple times lately, and I noticed, you know, this is his red, like, kind of angry head inside that's like, well, trying to figure stuff out. But there's a lot of like beautiful stuff coming out of that, you know. Like over here on his clear thinking side, it's just kind of boring. At least over here in his mental anguish, you know, there's some beauty coming out of that, you know. Like beauty does come from that pain, and it is like just the dichotomy, you know, of like this is sort of our shadow self, I feel like, you know, and our clear self in a way, and our ego. And the shadow is hard. It carries a lot of pain and causes us anguish, but from that comes a lot of beauty. The unconscious, you know, starts to show itself if you dip into your shadow a little bit more. And then I have this beautiful card, which they say is, oh, it's light in the other deck, but I got this card, which is light, in the other deck last night, and in this one it's shine. But it's the sun. It's equivalent to the sun. It's a major arcana. And it's really cool because it just reminds me also like the imagery of the star, you know, shine your light. Again, like Queen of Wands, like shine queen, like we need your light to guide the way. I think part of shining too is like it's a part of the star, it's a part of the new start. It's a part of moving on, you know. Don't be afraid to let yourself shine, to let your truth shine. You know, the world needs it. People want to see it. So I think that's a part of the new start. People living in their truth more and shining more. Your shining bright star. So don't be conflicted, you know, or do, because that's okay too. Like it all is happening for a reason, you know, but through that conflict, you start to shine here. And then I think ultimately you shine, you know, you find the way. There's a new beginning, guys. Again, spring, summer, shine. The sun is shining. Now we're going to go a little bit different direction. So I feel like that was good energy though, you know, like that's very goddessy. I feel like the fire energy and the new start pentacle energy, like Queen of Wands and Ace of Pentacles is pretty cool. And judgment, moving on. So continuing with those messages, I got this beautiful deck called The Whispers of Love. And I pulled 3 cards. I meant to pull 2, but 3 came out, so I'm like, I'll do it. So the first one is for this weekend. It's Friday, Venus Day. You got love on the mind. Love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So it's a very beautiful card. They're on a ship, and know that love endures. I mean, through everything, love is there. Love endures. I mean, you can trust. You can trust in love. Whether, you know, we think about love like it's not just romantic love. It's just universal love, self-love. Know that you are loved. You know, love endures through all of it. Through this. Love endures. And I got this multiple times today. Actions speak loudly. Okay, express your love through actions. You know, I'm all about words. Sometimes words aren't enough, you know. You have to show your love through action. And this is just such a beautiful card. Like the bird is like, he's a mountain. And I mean, gosh, that is just some amazing imagery there, you know. And like she's really trying to show her love. And I love that she and the bird they're earthy. They're green, they're plants, they're earth, because you know, words and thoughts exist in the nether realm, like they're up higher. Oh, my son is awake now. But action exists in the physical world. So show it, you know, show your love. And then we're getting this message again. You're not going to believe it. Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. We've been retreating. We've been taking breaks. So rest, everybody. Love yourself. Get some sleep. Get some rest. Take a bubble bath or something. Love yourself. I'm repeating myself because there's a little monster that's about to like come crashing in on this tarot reading. Last but not least, Moonology for the weekend. 2 beautiful cards. I was like, oh, I love you. Full moon in Scorpio and full moon in Sagittarius. Are you kidding? Like, I want these on my wall. I love both of these. That's me. I'm a Sag. Look at that pink, beautiful full moon and that beautiful arrow. Always with your target in mind. Look at the bigger picture. I said last week when we pulled Sag out of the Karma deck, like, look at the bigger picture. It always helps me feel better. As a Sagittarius, that's my medicine. Like, that's how I survive, is looking at the bigger picture. Always. There's always a purpose. There's always a reason. Like, in the moment, sometimes things can just feel like, oh, scary, but like, there's always a purpose. Look at the bigger picture. Look at that big, beautiful full moon, pink full moon. That's the bigger picture to me. Life is beautiful. It's all working out. And then full moon in Scorpio, it's time to release negativity. We had a really beautiful reading today. I know the last few weeks there has been a lot of negativity. There's still some lingering negativity here. But this is going to come out in the end. Like, we are going to shine. And so we're just releasing that last bit of negativity. It's going to snow here in Colorado again this weekend. So rest and relaxation again help us release negativity, get back in, get back to you, get back to yourself, and see the bigger picture. And I find that life is really much like this beautiful pink full moon. Like, it is beautiful, it is magical, it is majestic, and I'm a Sagittarius, so we are like optimistic, sometimes too optimistic, but I'm gonna keep believing. This is life, okay? Pink clouds and pink moons. Get some rest this weekend, everybody. I think it's going to be a very active and busy and like transformational spring. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like, let's relax in this last bit of winter and appreciate the cycles as they are unfolding. So happy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to post another video soon. Peace out.